Hey guys, what is up? NYKia31 here. Madden 21, starting a new series here where I'm going to be talking about my favorite playbook in the game, the spread playbook. I've really enjoyed this playbook this year, more so than the Arizona playbook. You guys know I'm a spread offense guy. I think this one is superior to the Zona playbook in just about every way. Um, as far as the way the game plays, and just you have more formation variety while still being able to run a lot of 11 personnel. And I think that the um, two tight end set offerings are better, and the split back sets are better as well. I'm going to start this video out, or this series out, with a bit of a page through. The one thing that you'll notice is that you have 33 shotgun formations. The playbook is pretty massive, and you have two pistol sets here, which I don't really use all that often. And it's very easy to get lost in this sucker. That's the one thing. Where people get bogged down in this playbook is trying to navigate it and finding what they want to run. And also, the big trap with this playbook is with all the shotgun sets is being overly pass happy, and not taking enough advantage of the shotgun running game, which I feel is great. You can run inside zone, you can run shotgun power 0-1 trap, you can run outside zone, you can run midline read option, you can run Y lead option, power lead option, read option, I should say. It's all there. It has the best shotgun running game, by far the best RPO game in the game. The RPOs in this game are tremendous. And the passing game, when you do have to air the ball out, is just good enough. What's in there, as far as drop back passing goes without RPOs and play action, it's not a lot, but it's pretty effective. I think AW did a really good job with this playbook as far as splits, spacing, and all of that. So for this first part, we're just going to go through a page through as far as the formations that I use out of these 33. Again, the big thing here is stripping this down. Out of these 33, I may use at most a dozen total, and in a game, I may use like 4 to 6 at the very most, depending on how the game is going. Most games, I start out basing out of doubles 2x2. I'll go into trips as well as the bunch stuff, which you'll see here. I do run some split back. So you have split slot here, which is really nice. You can run the sweep weak, the read option, play action F slide, slot post angle, deep curls. I don't want deep curls that much. Slants is pretty tricky to run. And shovel option is not bad either. And then you also have slot offset for your RPOs. You have your cross screen, your peak screen. That stutter go is not really very usable. It'd be great if it was. Motion Y cross. That's the good Y cross. You know how saying in the Arizona Audibles playbook, you have your good Y crosses and your bad ones. The bad ones are those zigzaggy Y crosses. This one here, the motion Y cross, has the old school Y cross. So you have the over route and the square end coming behind it. Motion triple option, motion spot, read RPO, and double posts. Ace offset is really nice. This is a really nice formation for inside the 5-yard line, where you can run touch pass, read option, inside zone. If you're on a long field and you're in that second and short area where you want to run play action, you think you're getting man coverage, play action comeback seam is excellent onto the outside. Outside the zone is runnable. Buck sweep, not quite as much. Power is runnable. Flanker drive, motion screen. A slot offset is a pretty potent formation. That post play is nasty. You also have a alert smoke RPO. Play action Y corner is good. Smash, you can run outside zone. Flood, 0-1 trap. Read option, post shot, slot bubble. This is a really potent formation. A lot of guys run this. If you're a muck guy and are still playing weekend league, God bless you. There are guys who run this set base out of this and run it exclusively and are a real pain in the ass to stop. Wing slot offset's a worse version of it. You got some auto motion here, but it's not really as good. You have double post, 0-1 trap, and jet pass. I'm not really in this set all that much. This is a case where you have unnecessary duplication here. This is really good enough to have. Wing slot. You have read bubble, alert bubble, that zone peak, the power peak. Inside split and play action dagger. I don't really want wing flex all that much. That double move is too slow and has a tendency to get in the way of the post shot there. I don't find that a very good formation. Read smoke RPO is pretty decent. I hate that smash drive. I don't want a shallow cross running into the smash concept. I think that's ridiculous. Don't like that at all. And really my bread and butter is doubles offset and offset weak. Play action comeback seam. You have your jet pass fake zone and your jet pass. Flanker drive, slip screen, RPO smoke, read option, curl combo, counter tray, angle smash, shark HB wheel, outside zone, play action read. This is a really loaded formation. Flanker spot is good as well. Power, X dagger, drag under, that's in the zone up playbook as well. And doubles offset, zone peak, play action bubble, Y over. Sail is a excellent concept, one of the better concepts in the entire game. This is excellent against match coverage with those two vertical routes to the left, the post and the corner. If someone's playing quarters, it's a one-on-one for the safety on the slot and one-on-one for the corner. And you also have the back, which is stressing the quarter flat as well. Also really good against cover 3. This really stresses cover 3 really nicely. Curl combo, peak, switch. Switch would be better if that wheel route was viable. Read bubble, H shallow cross, RPO alert, catch and jailbreak screen is runnable, and strike HV seam. You can run the C route there if you have, well, it gets separation more than it did without abilities last year. It's at its best when you have those mid out and deep out elite guys, and you have an 0-1 trap you can run out of this set as well. Play action dagger, motion Z spot, motion curl combo, and you have your orbit series as well. I'm in these two formations the most. That's what I base out of, as well as normal Y offset, where you have your read option, you have swing, motion Y screen, flood, HB base, peak RPO, Y shallow cross, double dig. There's your midline read option and your read RPO to the flanker and jet touch pass. Y offset, not really very useful. I tend to ignore those auto motion plays. Dagger, that tight end, has a tendency to slam into the tackle. Texas and Flood are okay, but not as good, I feel, or doesn't release as smoothly as the gun doubles version. 0-1 trap is obviously very good, but this is not a really good formation at all. Kind of a wasted formation, as is this one. All you can really run here is touch pass and QB power fake touch. Trap alert is good, and slip screen, that's pretty much all that's there. That levels concept is a little bit wonky. Tackle over. A lot of these formations only have maybe like 4 or 5 usable plays. Power, read smoke, zone read, inside zone, play action read, and the pop pass RPOs are really good as well. You get both a read key with a tight end, with the defender covering the tight end, as well as the defender covering the slot, and you just take it as you read it. I like that inside the 10-yard line as well. The trip sets are really good for downhill running because most of them have the back offset. You get much better downhill inside zone run action there. This wide corner is playable. This comeback play is awful as well. Slot drive is good. Play action zone shot isn't that great either. That double move route is run too slow. The over route runs right into it, which drives me insane. Slant 2 buck is nice. And again, pop pass, fake bubble go is okay. And you have both the dive, the RPO wide receiver screen. The RPO read Y flat is really good and not used enough. If you have an athletic tight end, that can get you some really big yards if you get the pass key. Level switch, curls, not a bad formation here. Trips offset, you have again your comebacks, your vertical stems come back. This really allows you to play a lot like how Baylor used to play. It's kind of like a Art Briles, Chip Kelly love child as far as the inspiration for this playbook is concerned. Inside zone, this shot pass is a little bit better as far as that over route not interfering with the double move. You got stick. I hate that play action read. I think that all just kind of jumbles up together. Slow seam is terrible. HB angle. And then you have your motion series here. Y outside trips again. Good formation or constant overlap here. Again, pop, outside zone, 0-1 trap. Play action zone shot is really nice for your one-on-one spec catch opportunities. Inside zone, 0-1 trap. I normally go away from these auto motion plays, but I really like Y lead read option. You can really pop some big gains off of that, especially on the keep with that. You had a lot of muscle going there, and they tend to get the second level very well. Another RPO read screen, another zone read. Then you have your flood and your curls, and you have slant 2 buck again. So you see that the drop back concepts are pretty straightforward. They're very basic. You have your basic single high cover 3 beaters, or your basic 2 high beaters, but nothing really that's nothing really hard to read. And that's the way most spread offenses are. Most spread offenses are simple, and the key to executing them is reading your movement keys and then reading where the safeties are, single high versus 2 high, where's the blitz coming from, and then executing accordingly. And that's the way you should run it in this game as well. Keep it simple. Run your zone reads, run your inside zones, your RPOs, take those, take your shallow crosses, and then when you need to have your opponent set up for those, or you need to have your downfield passing game, you have your single high and 2 high beaters off of that. Post and cross, outside zone, stick, strong flood. Don't like the delay route there. I just pretty much change that to the flat route and just have them run it and get over with. Counter, you can run shotgun counter this year, praise be to God. High-low dig is nice, little Salem concept. Gun tackle over is not one that's used all that much, not a whole lot here. You can run power or one trap and a alert bubble, that's pretty much it. So really out of the trip sets, we're going to be using mostly Y offset trips, Y trips offset weaks, trips offset, a little bit of tackle over, then you have your 3 gun doubles. That's 6 sets right there that you can base out of and have a lot to work with. Again, keep it simple. And then once you branch out here, if you want to branch out, I like trio offset weak better than trio offset. I don't like the read option with the bubble outlet. I just think that ruins that fake bubble. The defender knows it's a fake bubble, so you lose a numbers advantage. You're much better running off the RPO alert bubble. But you can run play action post shot. That's an oldie but goodie. Level sail, which everybody runs. Scat is pretty decent. Flanker dig again would be better if the wheel route was in play. But I think that the trio offset weak is just better as far as what you can run out of it. RPO wise, zone read wise, middle slant, play action flanker spot. You can just cancel that play action and run just a normal flanker spot concept. And play action flood. These two I don't use all that much. You got a gun bunch set here for you gun bunch people. You can run base, Y curls, spacing switch is nice, spot and go, dig return, Z spot. If you're a muck guy and you have a hot route master QB, you can change that backside or that solo side receiver to pretty much anything that you want, and work that to your heart's content. Flanker drive, mesh spot. You can create mesh posts here, again, if you have a hot route master or a wide receiver apprentice. Bunch trail, flood, counter. Only thing you can't run out of here is zone read, which I find weird. But I don't use gun bunch that much either. Bunch open and bunch offset, really nice for really maximizing splits and crushing base aligners. Spacing is done really, really well out of this formation. Much better than it's done out of the more condensed bunch set. Play action slide over out of this formation is done better as well. It's spaced better. Routes just kind of get into themselves faster. That corner route and flood's not my favorite in the world, but it's okay. Levels, X spot, and you have your zone read. I like that set a lot, as well as bunch offset, where you have a bevy of RPOs. You have your read bubble, peak wide receiver screen, trap alert screen. I really liked the trap alert screens. This playbook has several of them. The trap alert RPOs are really nice. If they insist on base aligning, the alert is really, really good out of the trap RPOs. And if they defend it honest, we know that 0-1 trap's one of the best shotgun runs in the game, and under center runs as well. Don't use gun monster. Double stack is nice as well. Again, punishes bad alignments. If guys base align, you can just run that 4 verts right by them. Trap alert again, slip screen. The other drop back passes aren't that great. This is more of a situational, gadgety type of formation, really. Tight slot is okay. Not the best formation in the world. I hardly ever use this. I've used this maybe like once or twice. I mean, you got base, you got bench, and that's pretty much it. You run zone peak, but there are better zone peak RPOs than this one. Spread HB weak when I'm not in gun doubles 2x2. I'm usually in spread HB weak, doubles Y flex, or spread flex. Catch and read, hitch seam, shallow cross, flanker dig, and you have your RPOs, and the splits in these are really nice and proper for what the game has. Cake read option. I like this one a little bit better. I love angle smash. You have your weak flood, and I love this fork wheel play. You can attack the cover 2 from both sides of those post routes. It's also a very good cover 6 and quarters beater as well with the isolation routes. And you have wide shallow cross. You can run mills and pin concepts from 2 different directions between wide shallow cross and weak flood. You know, out route by the slot as opposed to the square in. People honest. If people like to use the safeties there, you can keep them guessing. And the Z spot is nice little snag concept there, and you can change the backside to a slant flat if you want. And you also have your RPO double screen. Spread flex again, concept overlap, shallow cross. You have your play action deep out, read screen, touch pass. This wide corner is pretty good. And you have your Z shallow, and you have mesh here with that double move for the outside. And you have, again, this is the better version of Y cross as far as the over route is concerned, and you have the post stop route there as well, which you can hit against a single high man. And you have smash corners too. So you have a cover 2 beater and a cover 2 man beater with that angle route there. Trips flips. These trips formations aren't the best. Verticals is pretty good. This Y cross post, it looks good, but that post route to the outside takes a million years. A million years. Fortunately, in a game that doesn't have a great pass rush, you have a billion years. The backside is nice as well, if that back comes shooting out of the backfield. That takes a long time to get going. A Y trap is a amazingly blocked run. One of the reasons why the run game is so hard to defend is that runs that take a little longer to get going, like traps and your buck sweeps and your wide traps, in order to make them work, what they did was they slowed down the already bad engagement that you normally have in your run game defense to allow those plays to get going, which makes them even more of a headache. You know, that's just the way the game is. And you have your read option, HB angle, and your curl flat, slot trail, strong flood. So again, you see the passing game is pretty basic. It's very conceptual. Just, you know, single high beater, two high beater. That's literally it. Flanker dig here at a tray offset. Not a whole heck of a lot here. You just have I mostly run strong curl, flanker dig, strong flood when I do want to pass it. This Y cross flood is awful, and I like that motion inside cross as well. You have that fork concept by the number 2, number 3 receiver with the in route being run, shallow in route being run by the outside receiver. And you have your motion swing as well off this tail motion. Only thing I don't like about the motion Z spot is that it takes the back into the snag route. I'd much rather just leave the back in and just run the snag route clean. Stresses the user, whether if he goes to the over route by the number 3, you just take the snag route. I would tend to leave the motion route on if I know my opponent likes to play heavy dose of cover 2, because then you get the high-low between the flat route and the corner route. Outside zone, inside zone. This wide corner is one of the worst ones that you can have. And the empty set ain't that bad either. I don't run empty that much. Mid, high, low. Every now and then I can get a slot fade to have a chance, but not often. Verticals is nice with that drag route. And you have Y shallow cross. I'm not an empty base all that much. I wish they had some jet sweeps out of here. You know, not really strong formations. So really, you know, the formations that I use the most often out of this are ace offset, ace slot, doubles offset, normal Y offset, trips offset weak, Y offset trips weak, bunch open offset, spread HB weak, doubles Y flex offset, and spread flex. Those are my main formations, and I use flip trips and tray open offset situationally if there's something really specific I want to run. The pistol sets I don't really find that useful. I just find them worse versions of the shotgun counterparts. Ace, U offset. I mean, you can run flash and shot goes, I guess. Not a whole heck of a lot here. You can run stretch, you can run Z spot, and zone read and tight end cross. But I don't think it's worth being in these sets that much. Bevy of touch passes and fake touches. You can run a post shot. That's pretty much it. So again, these two formations just don't really have a lot to offer you. So those are my bread and butter formations that I like to base out of, and as we progress through the series, I will demonstrate the concepts I like to run, preferably in live gameplay, and hopefully you guys will incorporate it as well. If you guys want to try it out, or if you are running it and you want to run it a little bit better, you can add some of the things that I like to do as far as my take on certain formations and concepts, and hopefully it'll help you out as well. So that is that. Hope you guys enjoy. I will talk to you all later. Peace.